As Renee mentioned, we've had the privilege of spending a lot of time really getting to know and research and talk with some of the best CEOs in the world. And while it's helpful for those in that role, most of the lessons learned actually apply to all of us as leaders. And so as we dive in, I'll try and share some stories to make it really applicable. The world needs great leaders right now, right? More than ever, whether it's in business roles, public sector roles, all around the world. The impact of these leaders and the decisions they're making and the stakeholders that are impacted just is ever increasing. And that was a big part of why we wanted to embark on this research and work. The leaders we talked to took this one extremely seriously as well. Their role was not just to set the business direction, it was to make sure that the organization was healthy and functioning in a way that would enable it to achieve its aspirations. And this mindset of treat the quote soft stuff as if it was the hard stuff. What does that mean, right? Culture, talent, org design, these are not fluffy topics. These are not things to be left to HR or a best efforts basis, right? With posters on the wall. These CEOs that we talked to treated it with as much rigor as you would any strategic or operational initiative, right? They knew what shift they were trying to drive. They could measure it. They had specific initiatives around it. They were holding people accountable. It was real because they knew it was important for business, right? Again, if we go to Microsoft and Satya Nadella, not only did he set the business vision of moving into cloud and all of those bold moves he made, but a massive cultural transformation that he's been driving from a culture that he admits was fairly toxic, right? Very siloed, very much a know-it-all culture where your currency at the company was being the smartest person in the room. And he saw that that was going to get in the way of innovation, of new ideas, of experimentation. If you were afraid to be wrong, right, you're going to be more risk averse and all of those things. And has driven over the last 5-6 years a huge shift towards growth mindset in their culture. But again, this wasn't just words on a page, right? He held leaders accountable for it. He really articulated what are the behaviors that we expect from leaders? What will we not tolerate? He fired some people who weren't showing that. I mean, real teeth behind it, as well as some capability building to help people build that muscle of how do we experiment? How do we learn? What does that look like? And it's been a huge part of the transformation story at Microsoft.